In this video, it is my pleasure to present our work on engagement by design, an empirical study of the reactions feature on Facebook business pages. My name is Mo-Chen Yang, and this work is co-authored with Chen Ren and Gidus Adamavichus. We are from the Carlson School of Management at University of Minnesota, and this work is forthcoming at the Transactions on Computer-Human Interaction. Businesses are using social media platforms heavily for a variety of purposes, such as marketing, advertising, and consumer relationship management. In 2019, over $32 billion were spent on social media marketing. One of the most popular social media platform, Facebook, is home to more than 60 million pages owned and managed by businesses. On social media, customer engagement is one of the key behaviors that businesses care about because it has been associated with increased loyalty, word of mouth, and purchases. The context of our study is one of the most prominent channels for businesses to interact with their consumers, namely the Facebook business pages. These company-managed pages on Facebook allow not only the companies to broadcast messages to consumers, but also the consumers to post what they want to say to the companies. As shown on the right, each page has a visitor post section where Facebook users can post publicly, and other users can read and engage with these user posts. Importantly, engagement behavior on social media are achieved via the use of multiple engagement features, such as like, comment, upvote, downvote, and so on. Therefore, understanding how people use engagement features is a prerequisite for understanding engagement behaviors. In this work, we aim to understand what's the relationship among multiple different features and what happens when a new feature becomes available. We leverage the introduction of the reactions feature on Facebook to answer these two questions. The reactions feature was introduced on February 24, 2016. In addition to the like button, Facebook added 5 new buttons, respectively love, haha, wow, sad, and angry, in order to allow users to express more granular emotions that cannot be captured by like, while also keeping the cost of engagement low. So, how does the introduction of reactions affect the use of existing engagement features such as likes and comments? Theoretically, we argue that it is possible for the new feature to either substitute or reinforce the use of existing features. Substitution is possible because the reactions feature facilitates better articulation of some emotions than likes. At the same time, being a one-click engagement feature, reactions are also easier to use than comments. On the other hand, reinforcement is also possible because of signaling. Receiving engagement often serves as a signal for the popularity or quality of the content, and getting reaction can be perceived as a signal that the content is worth paying attention to, thereby attracting even more engagement of different kinds. This is particularly relevant for Facebook business pages, where there are a lot of competing content for users' attention. We collected user posts from the business pages of 29 Fortune 500 companies from 6 consumer-facing industries spanning across a 1-year time window. For each post, we collected its textual content, time of creation, type, and the number of different engagement. We look at 2 time scales, short-term and long-term, respectively 4 weeks and 6 months before and after the feature change. It is important to realize that not every post would get reactions. To understand the engagement impact of reactions, we need to zoom in on those posts that actually received them, and examine whether they received more or fewer engagement than what they would have received had there been no reactions. We tackled this problem using the matching method. The idea is to take the post created after the feature change and received at least 1 reactions, then match them with a set of posts before the feature change with highly similar characteristics, and compare their engagement outcomes. In the short term, we found that for posts that received reactions, compared to their matched counterparts, they end up receiving substantially more likes and more comments. This indicates a strong reinforcement effect. For posts that could receive reactions but did not, they end up receiving fewer likes and comments, although the effect sizes are relatively small. The same pattern are observed in the long-term analysis. This indicates that the new feature led to systematic changes in the engagement behaviors. Our main findings are robust to a large number of checks, including different model specifications and alternative explanations. Due to time limit, I cannot talk about them, but encourage you to refer to our published paper for details. Finally, the key takeaways of our work is that engagement features on social media are interdependent with each other. The introduction of a new feature is not just an additional way for users to express themselves. It can also systematically change how people use existing features. In the case of Facebook reactions, we observe a rich get richer pattern, where content with reactions gets even more engagement, and content without reactions gets less engagement. A plausible mechanism is the redistribution of attention, where the reaction features serve as a signal to redirect people's attention to the content that received them.